Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Living the Sweet Life. I'm your host, TJ Sweet, and on this podcast, I'll talk about different ways that can help you live with intention, reshape your mindset, and look at the world through a grateful lens. So, first of all, I want to express my gratitude for each of you for tuning in every week, giving me feedback, sending me questions, sending me comments about the episodes and about the topics and about new topics. And, the people I'm the most grateful for that I get to talk to about this podcast often give me some inspiring ideas on what I can do, I can learn, and how I can be better for all of you. So I appreciate you. And if you would please take a second to subscribe to this podcast. Again, the episodes come out every week, every Monday. It's called Mindset Monday to help you win the week. We want to help you win your mindset for the week so that maybe you see the week differently. So this week is something that I want to kind of embrace some of the different questions that I get around how the world is sometimes feels and how it looks, and how to navigate this mindset of gratitude, or even just positive thinking, if you want to think of it that way. And, you'll often talk about people and talk about how positive or negative they are. And, I think this idea of never being negative isn't really realistic. There are going to be tough things. There are going to be challenging things. And so what I want to talk about this week is kind of meet you where you are, or maybe where some other people in your life are, and talk about negativity bias. Now, this is something that, again, as a grateful person and somebody that typically is extremely positive and forward thinking, I'm aware of the negativity bias. And the way gratitude has transformed my mindset and my life is by making me aware of what the negative choice and negative thought and negative behavior is. But it has me so present in the moment that I don't choose it. I see the world through the different lens, like I've said. So seeing the world through the grateful lens is still seeing all of the world. It's just how you respond to it, because we can't always control what happens to us or what happens around us, but we are always in control of how we respond to it. So I want to talk a little bit about some of the work that Martin Seligman did around the power of positive thinking. He has a fantastic book that really kind of sheds the light on why positive thinking can actually be the one thing, like one catalyst that leads you to living the life that you want to be living. And so much of that isn't just only seeing the positive things. It's actually just, how do you want to feel every day? Because how we think often leads to how we feel. So really in the realm of psychology, and I've spent a ton of time reading about cognitive behavior therapy and just psychology in general, just understanding the brain and understanding where everybody is and how we have the thoughts that we have. But really the work that Martin Seligman's done has really been pretty profound across every industry. And, it's the central to his research is this concept of negativity bias, which again, we'll talk throughout this episode about, but it really kind of highlights our tendency to focus more on negative experiences instead of the positive ones. And so understanding the self-awareness that is required to recognize your own bias, but also understand how crucial it is to cultivating the mindset of resilience and optimism and personal growth. And so there are always going to be things that happen to us in our lives that maybe don't go exactly the way that we thought they were going to go, or maybe the way we wanted them to go. But we always have the choice to kind of look at things through a different lens. So kind of understanding negativity bias first. I won't spend a ton of time on it. I'll spend more time on how to move past it. But understanding that, it's really just this idea in psychology that we tend to focus more on the negative stimuli than the positive ones. So we tend to avoid pain more than we try to pursue pleasure or pursue purpose. And, it's this idea that, evolutionary, this bias served us well as a survival mechanism, right? So we avoided certain things that we thought were going to cause us pain. And that's the negativity bias. And, helping, throughout our history, helping us avoid threats and danger. And again, there are negative things that can happen if you don't pay attention to the actions you're taking. And so it's important to understand that negativity bias sometimes helps us. but sometimes that negativity bias is the one thing holding us back. So, really the negativity bias today, when there's less of a threat of survival and, like physical survival, there's so much more opportunity in switching the mindset from trying to survive to trying to thrive. And this negativity bias, once it can, if it's not kept in check, it can lead to that pessimism and anxiety and distorted perception of reality. And so while somebody who only sees the positive things in life, I would say is also kind of a distorted picture and perception of reality. Somebody who only sees the negative things, which I'm sure some of you can relate, is also a distorted view of reality. So understanding, think about, for example, how often do you think about criticism, setbacks, or failures while you overlook any sort of compliment, achievement, or moments of joy? Right? So negativity bias can kind of skew our perspective and overshadow the many positive aspects of our lives. And so even while you're making progress, most of us focus on what we haven't done, the weight we haven't lost, the money we haven't made, the job we haven't been able to do, or the relationship we don't have, whatever it is. We keep focusing on what we lack. But the shift to power positive thinking, the shift to gratitude, the shift to abundance leads us into understanding where we are, what we have, and allows us to pursue more instead of thinking about, criticism so much. What if we gave compliments the same weight? Not because we have an inflated view of ourselves, but maybe those compliments are true. And the criticism that we receive from others is actually telling you more about them than about you. But when somebody compliments you, maybe that's some truth that you haven't even given yourself credit for. And so, really shifting perspectives starts with shifting your mindset. And so, obviously there is this natural tendency towards the negativity. We have the power in any moment to reframe our thoughts and cultivate a more positive outlook on life. So oftentimes, instead of just trying to avoid stress, how do we get better at handling stress? That's the shift. Okay. So positive thinking doesn't mean ignoring the challenges or, denying reality that there are going to be tough things, but really it's about a conscious direction or focus towards constructive, hopeful, and empowering thoughts. And so power, the positive thinking is a powerful mindset, not a victim mindset. Okay. A forward thinking mindset that keeps you focused on what you want, what you love, keeps you focused on purpose, and it also keeps you in an optimistic mindset. Not that everything's going to be perfect, but you know that if you put in time, effort, work, and if you think about the people you have in your life, then you can overcome some tough moments. And so really kind of embracing this kind of, I guess, if you will, this positive thinking has been linked to extreme benefits and kind of life transforming benefits for people that, has helped their mental health. It's not acting like the thing that's causing them the stress isn't there. It's just giving people the tool to think about the stress differently. And, it increases resilience and it's an overall well-being, because oftentimes when we're in a negativity bias, our cortisol and stress is higher than our oxytocin, serotonin, and dopamine. And so by adopting this positive mindset, we can navigate kind of life's ups and downs with greater grace and resilience because we're in a powerful mindset. So now I want to talk you through just a few different ways to kind of how do you cultivate this positivity with intention? Okay. Not just practicing gratitude and trying to solve with positive people, because that doesn't necessarily give you the tools and the systems to handle some of the challenges. So what I want to talk about is kind of 5 different ways that can really, on a day-to-day basis, help you recognize your negativity bias, but then also overcome it. Okay, so maybe use the negativity bias to help you make a plan instead of sit back and not take action. So the first thing is a gratitude practice. Like I've said already, this will transform your life. Put down the stress of I haven't done it before. Put away the thoughts of it doesn't work for me. You have to be in a certain headspace for gratitude to transform your life. And sometimes it's dealing with the things that are keeping you in the negativity bias. So take time every day to appreciate what you have while you pursue everything you desire. Focus on what you're grateful for. Focus on who you are grateful for, whether it's a supportive friend or your safe space, somebody you love. But really, it can also be your gratitude practice can be about things around you. But if you can stop in the moment when you see a beautiful sunset and feel grateful, and maybe be grateful for the people that you get to share that sunset with, or maybe even an act of kindness, an act of love. Be grateful for that, the opportunity to do that for someone, but also when they do that for you. Cultivating this gratitude can and will shift your focus towards abundance. I've talked about this many times, but it's something to where we're so often at a stress peak level that we are in our own way. And we just need to address some things that are keeping us there and move us towards this sense of appreciation, this sense of gratitude, which is not complacency. I would actually push back and say that that's the number one thing that's made me push and become more and be a better person. And so it's not a matter of sit back. It's a matter of enjoy, be present, and move and go. We'll talk a little bit about, I have some things coming up here soon. I'm going to call it the Gratitude Project, of which I'll talk a little bit more about in some upcoming episodes. But so the second thing after practicing gratitude is you have to be aware of the negative self-talk, right? And so one of the things that I love to do is I like to talk to people about some things they're struggling with and reframe it. I see it as it is, and I help people think about it differently. So when I coach my clients, and even when I'm up on stage, I often have some people say, give me something you're stressing about. And then I plug in purpose to it. And then it becomes something they're excited to do instead of something that they feel like they have to do. So challenge the self-talk. Pay attention to your own words, the words that you use to yourself and throughout the day and to the people that you're with. It matters, right? Challenge that dialogue that shapes your perception of yourself and of the world around you. What if you woke up, right? So Mel Robbins' habit of high five habit. So it's very simple, but it's powerful. And it's so simple that people don't believe that it's powerful. But maybe we keep it simple and recognize that it is the one thing that can keep us going in the direction that we need to be going. So what if you woke up every day and said, I am hopeful, I'm loved, this affirmation, I am grateful, I am smart, I work hard, I have a great work ethic. What if you started to say some of those things instead of thinking of all the things you're not, or how you're running late, or how, whatever it is, right? Physical appearance, or you're not where you want to be, and different things, right? So we often think about all the things that we're not, and we don't give enough credit to all the things that we are. And so when you focus on, when you stop and think about and have this sense of self-awareness, whenever the negative thoughts arise, challenge them. Doubt your doubts. Challenge them with evidence-based affirmations and realistic perspectives, right? And so understanding that I've been through tough things before, so if I'm going through a tough thing, I know I can do this. Just that alone can shift things for you. And so replace self-criticism with self-compassion and kindness. Even if you don't believe it in the beginning, just do that, like right now. Give yourself a second to think about how you can offer yourself more compassion and kindness. Put down the criticism. Again, other people criticize you because they either haven't dealt with something in their own life, or they're threatened by you, or they're projecting their own criticism about themselves towards you. So put down that criticism that you recognize and that you have to deal with from other people. It's just not yours to carry, but you can replace it with self-compassion, kindness, and love, and gratitude for who you are. Hope you actually took that second to do that. Take a breath. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the next three are very, very powerful. So the next one is about surrounding yourself with positivity, with intentional positivity. Surround yourself with uplifting people that bring out the creativity and bring out love and bring out optimism and bring out gratitude in you. Certain environments that you feel at your best, in certain media, right? Whether it's books or articles or social media or apps or whatever it is, the things that inspire you and motivate you. If I were to ask you who or what is the most positive thing in your life, who inspires you, who brings out the best of you, when do you feel your best? Okay, so this starts with recognizing the negative influences in your life. Limit the exposure to the negative influences that drain your energy and dampen your spirits. Choose to engage in people, in conversations, and activities, and behaviors and habits that nourish your soul and uplift your mood. Nourish. Focus on things that nourish you, that make you feel like the most you, that make you feel like you're enough, that bring out the best in you, that make you feel valued, that make you feel significant, that make you feel loved. Focus on those things and just dedicate more time to those people and those things in your life. And don't apologize to anyone for doing those things. You can avoid people out of an act of love for yourself and still do it with compassion. You don't have to put other people down while you make your choices of positivity and self-compassion. So the next piece to this, after you surround yourself with positivity, is understanding, right, that you have to be mindful. Practicing mindfulness is just the simple act of being present in a moment, being aware of where you are, who you are, and what you have, and spending less time on thinking what you could have been, what you should have been, or nervous about what you could be. Just be in the moment. Cultivating this present moment awareness through mindfulness practices, you can have success with this through meditation, deep breathing, or even mindful movement, right? It's just a recenter of yourself. And, mindfulness can help you observe your thoughts without judgment and create this deeper and greater sense of peace and clarity. So there's people in my life that make me more mindful. The people that I'm the most grateful for, while they excite me and they give me energy, they are also my safe place. They're the place that I am at my best. I have the most clarity when I get to talk to them and when I get to be with them. I'm at my best. And it was really because I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm just trying to be the most me. And when you're in the moment, that's where you create memories. That's where you don't have to worry about remembering something because it's going to be something that means something so much to you that you don't have to worry about forgetting it because you're always remembering it. Now, the last one here really is probably going to be the most impactful for each of you today. And it really is setting positive intentions. We aren't going to have a great day unless we define what a great day is. I was just talking to a client the other day that I was getting the chance to coach and asked her, what is a great day? And, we really kind of talked about a system and a process that really outlines what a great day is. Because if I were to ask you, how's your day? A lot of times people will say good or fine or great or bad or whatever, right? But if we set the intention on the day, well, I guarantee you're going to have more great days if you define what a great day looks like. And so start each day with positive intentions and affirmations that align with your values and aspirations, and visualize your success, abundance, and happiness, and carry these intentions throughout the day. So it's just this power of your brain affirming what you're manifesting. So it's going to be a great day. It doesn't mean sitting back and hoping for greatness throughout the day. It means making choices that help you see the greatness in the day, that help you do something great in the day, but also help you feel something great throughout the day. And even if it's something small of I'm going to, accomplish these 2 tasks, whether it's in your personal life or at work, and say, you know what, that's a great day. So when you leave or when you go to bed or when you're winding down and you think, how was my day? I'm sure we have people in our lives that say, how was your day? What if we gave them an answer based on an intention we had instead of just an answer based on the luck we had throughout the day. So, as you kind of go through your journey, right? It's really about embracing this journey towards positive thinking. And it's a transformative process that requires intention, practice, and self-awareness. So understanding the impact of your negativity bias, which is recognizing the things that are stress and that may cause you harm, may cause you pain, all of that, understanding that, while actively cultivating positivity in your life can unlock this idea of full potential that can lead you to the life that you want to be living, but also the thoughts you want to be having. I'm sure we can all recognize when we have positive thoughts, when we start to believe in ourselves, we feel better. We can choose to do that every day. You can choose to focus on the things that you want in your life instead of the things that you don't want. Choose to do more things that give you more energy and surround yourself with more people that give you the energy and the inspiration and the creativity and the love and the hope and the gratitude and optimism that you deserve. So remember, every thought that we have has the power to shape our reality. So today we get to choose positivity, and we get to embrace this journey of gratitude and love and optimism and intention, seeing the whole world, but then also responding to the world in a way that you would feel proud of and in a way that makes a positive difference in the world around you. So oftentimes people will present a problem or a stressor in their life, and I help them shift that perspective. I call it a reframe. It's very simple thought, but it's a reframe. So the thing that in our life doesn't have to change in order for us to see it differently. And once we do that once, we start to believe in ourselves and have confidence we can do that twice. And then it becomes who we are, like I've talked about before, the journey of something going from an intention all the way through to who we are. So as you embrace this idea of negativity bias, be aware of it, start to choose a perspective, choose a mindset, choose some words and actions and behaviors that actually lead you to where you want to be, to feeling how you want to feel, and to be surrounded by the people that you love and that you're the most grateful for. So thank you for tuning in to this episode. Again, if you want some help and need some help reframing some things in your life, reach out to me at tjsweet.net, or you can find me on any social media channel at tjsweet_. Like I said, I'm pretty easy to find. If you just Google my name, you'll be able to find multiple ways to connect with me. And if you go to tjsweet.net, you'll get a really great kind of wheel of life assessment to kind of recognize certain areas of your life. You get that for free. And, your support here and on YouTube allows me to keep doing this for free. And so please subscribe, please share this with a couple people. The more this grows, the more I can offer, and, the more value and impact I'll be able to make in the lives of all of you that listen, all of you that watch, and all of you that support. And so for the people I'm the most grateful for, thank you for inspiring me to be the best person that I can be for you and for the world. And I will wrap up this episode like I do every other episode of reminding you to subscribe, but then also to remind you that you always have the power and the choice to reshape your mindset, live with intention, and look at the world through a grateful lens. Till the next episode, never stop.